Obviously, last week, we learned that his publicist for 16 years, in hundreds of different communiques and publications they put out, said he was born in Kenya. That information provided by Obama, that's standard. You provide your bio to the publicist, where you're from, what you did. And, the first black president of the Harvard Law Review from Kenya, born in Kenya. Boom, boom, boom. His wife saying, born in Kenya. We visit his homeland on video. Boom, boom, boom. We're told there is no long form. It doesn't exist. Oh, yeah, here it is. It's fake. Yeah, here it is. It's fake. He was never named Barry Soetoro. Oh, here's the records. I was Barry Soetoro. I was Barry Soetoro. I was Barry Soetoro. I did, go to Indonesia. You got to give up your citizenship at that time to become Indonesian. Oh, I did go to a mosque. The point is, everything he said is a lie. The point is, everything he said is a lie. Okay? And Jerome Corsi joins us now via video Skype from Hawaii. He was there Sunday, but he didn't want us to tell you that. Now they're claiming they've released new stuff under Arpaio's request and the state's request, proving he is. You're giving us this breaking news here. We thank you, Doctor, for that, and WorldNetDaily.com. Tell us what's happening.
Well, I've been in Hawaii here for the entire week with Mike Zulu and the posse, the sheriff's investigators. And the breaking news is yesterday, we're quite convinced that our being here in Hawaii is one of the reasons the Hawaii Department of Health tried to verify Obama's birth in Hawaii to the state Secretary of State in Arizona. Now, what they did was a very clever thing here in Hawaii. They got a group of lawyers together, and they wrote a verification that is a non-verification. If you read it very carefully and say, what did they verify? Hawaii did not verify that the birth certificate on the White House website is accurate, or that it is authentic, or that any document looks like that. They didn't verify that. They didn't verify that Obama was born in Hawaii. What they verified was that the information on the birth certificate displayed on the White House is information for which the Hawaii Department of Health has a record. That's all they said. In other words, they said, we've got something in our file in Hawaii here that verifies that information. Now, see, it's very clever because Hawaii Department of Health said, well, we didn't tell you where we got the information, or if the information in our record is correct. It could have easily come from the grandparents going in and registering a birth. I've always said the birth was registered. But Hawaii allows the health department, the Department of Health, to issue a facsimile birth certificate. Look at that registrar stamp. It says, we verify that this is a copy or facsimile of the information we have about this person's birth in our file. So Hawaii is not showing us the information in the file. They are not showing the original birth certificate, pen and paper. They're not showing the microphone, film. They're not showing anything. They're just saying, we've got information resembling the information on that PDF file on the White House website.
And Governor Abercrombie, 2 months before they released the last fake one, said, we've looked, it's not there, Obama's got a problem. That's the quote.
It's all a lie and a cover-up. Get a group of clever lawyers together to issue a non-verification verification. Don't show anybody anything, and get the compliant mainstream media to say, oh, nothing you see here, folks, move on, no wizard behind the curtain, case ended, we're done, born in Hawaii. Well, it's absolutely nonsense. I mean, as you pointed out in introducing this segment here, Alex, for 26 years, Barack Obama's publicist has been issuing a biographical statement that Obama himself had to provide the information for, had to verify. He was born in Kenya. And that has been out there for 26 years.
They wouldn't have put you on house arrest when you flew to Kenya if it wasn't true. Right. The U.S. ambassador, you've got the letter in your book. It's online. It's public. Bush wanted to know when Hillary was saying all this in the campaign. And they said, yeah, it's been cut out of the records. You don't cut out records that weren't there.
Exactly. I've published those letters that went to our ambassador in Kenya, where Kenya says, we don't have Obama's birth certificate, but that doesn't mean it wasn't here. The records have been tampered with and criminally tampered with so as to eliminate the evidence of Obama's birth. That's what Kenya did.
Now, what do you mean by the fact that the chief investigator you're with is under a blackout and can't come on air?
The sheriff announced yesterday, Sheriff Arpaio said that he wants the investigators to come home and completely debrief him on everything that's going on here this week. I've also been only able to publish what I've been allowed to publish. Got tons of news here. I'm dying to get it published. We will be releasing information. The sheriff will be having a press conference here, I'd say by the middle of June. And the information...
That is dangerous. You need to release it right now. Don't let them Breitbart you. They've already raided the sheriff since he opened an investigation. I mean, that is... Why is Arpaio doing that?
Because he's got to have the time to get it ready. But the information is going to be shared. If anything happens to me or to Zulu, that information is coming out. At this point, all they're going to do, trying to attack me, if someone did in the White House, it would only confirm the validity of what we've got. What I'm here to say to you now, Alex, is that we have proof that even the government did not believe that the African Barack Obama Sr. was the president's father. I'm completely confident of all the men alive.
Well, you said that before it came out in the news that the State Department had said it. That came out last year.
And we've got additional proof of that.
Wow.
We've got additional proof of that. That's what I'm saying to you. The additional proof, you're going to see how the shutout, the cover-up is occurring in Hawaii, continuing, intensifying. Now you've got the White House and Hawaii cooperating with the Republican Secretary of State, this Ken Bennett in Arizona.
Obviously, we were not intending to create an embarrassment for the state.
Our Secretary of State apologizes, and now he's revealing a lot more about that battle over President Obama's birth certificate.
Who, by the way, is co-chairman of the Romney campaign in Arizona and wants to run for governor. That this non-verification verification, where Hawaii says, yeah, we've got records that support the conclusion Obama was born here. You can't see them.
Well, look at the New Jersey Democrats endorsing Romney. I mean,
Bennett tells me more than 1,000 Arizonans contacted his office asking him to verify the president's birth certificate, so he did. He says he has always believed the president is a U.S. citizen, and he
is not what the Romney campaign wants to be talking about anyway. So I don't think it did the Romney campaign any favors, and I certainly wasn't trying to do any favors to the Romney campaign or anybody else.
Secretary Bennett tells me he hasn't actually seen the paperwork from Hawaii yet, but